Hey, hello, it's Phil. It is Tuesday, May 2nd, 2023. It's about 7:02 at night in the afternoon. And I just wanted to bring a little story to you about something that happened to me that really it's the two most incredible interactions that I've ever had with wild animals. One of them I can only tell you about because we did not have a forward-looking camera on the car, and I don't even think they were available back then. But this was like 15 years ago, coming out of Charlestown. My wife and I were driving home. I was driving the car. Actually, it might have been 20 years ago. Yeah, it was longer than that. It was like 20 years ago. So anyway, we're driving home from Charlestown, and I'm going down this road that comes from Paris, Virginia, heading south towards Fredericksburg. And we're just about to hit Interstate 66, heading east. And as we come down the hill, out of the grayness comes this huge creature. I didn't know what this was. I saw a shadow, and then I saw the characteristic loping run. Loop-de-doop, loop-de-doop, like that. And it was a massive bear. It was a huge black bear. And I think it was a male because he was massive, and he looked over at us like, "What are you doing on my road?" He ran. I hit the brakes as hard as I could hit him. My wife, Wanda, was sleeping in the chair. And she woke up and immediately put her hands out on the dash. And she looked ahead of us. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. And but that lope, that running lope, when I hit the brakes and the lights went down and the bear turned around as he was running. Now he didn't stop his gait or anything. He just kept going loop de loop de loop de loop. And I gently drove around. I didn't hit my horn or nothing. The bear was off the road, and you know I really, it was a wonderful moment for my wife and I to share, even though it was scary at the time. But that was really amazing. I mean, later on, down after my wife got really sick, I was coming home one day from work, and there was a huge, beautiful doe that ran across in front of me coming down Route 17 east into Fredericksburg, down these farm fields. There's a old skating ring up there that has a great big roller skate in the parking lot. You can see it's a statue. But about 2 miles before you get to that, I saw this huge doe run in front of me, and I hit my brakes and slowed down. And then the most magnificent buck I've ever seen in Virginia ran across the road in front of me, chasing that doe. He was so huge that his neck was reinforced by muscle, as all deer like this are. And he must have it had to be at least a 16 or 18 point set of horns on it. He was huge. I was looking up from the seat in my car, looking up at him as he ran across the road. And that also, I didn't get a picture of that. But both of them were very amazing incidences. But what I'm about to show you now, I did get on video, thanks to my iPhone, my work iPhone I had at the time. And thanks to the iCloud, it was able to be saved. Thank you to Apple for that. Also, the date was saved for me, which is just amazing because I don't remember anything. My memory's terrible. But it was Friday. It was June 17th, 2016. I was working for a company that I used to put in office furniture for. And I was driving their truck, and it was lunchtime. So I went over to the Arby's in Chantilly, which is close to where I was working. That's where I took my lunch break, and I went in there and I got me the largest roast beef sandwich they sell, the largest curly fries they sell, a large unsweet tea, and a large vanilla shake. And I was stuffed as I could be when I got done. And I went out to the truck, and I still had a half hour left on my lunch break, and I said, okay, well, I'll just lean back here for a minute, I'll relax, and then I'll go back to the warehouse. Then, the biggest dog I ever saw in my life. Now, I'm in a big 24-foot truck, moving truck. And it doesn't even register to me that, how in the hell is a dog putting his snout up on my passenger side fender well? But he did. I'm looking at this great big black dog head looking in the window of my truck. And about the time I realized, oh my God, that is not a dog. I grabbed my phone so hard, so quick, so fast. I was fumbling through it trying to get to the photo and then scroll over to the video, and I got the thing up and I went, oh man, nobody is ever going to believe this. But guess what? I got the video. And you know what it was. You can see it in the thumbnail. But I'm not going to tell you. Well, I guess I got to tell you. It was a bear. It was a healthy adolescent. He was more than a couple of years old, but he wasn't old. You know, he wasn't huge, and he was just looking for food. I call him the Arby's bear because he was right next. That Chantilly shopping mall is one of the busiest places you could ever imagine, and he showed up on a Friday in the middle of the afternoon. And I was just astonished. Now, I called the police, and they referred me to the parks people, and then I called down into Richmond, and their advice, and I took it, was leave him alone. Is he in the trash? I said, no, he's not. Was he in any kind of way threatening? I said, no, he was not. Then just leave him alone. Don't worry about it. If we get a call, that's what the police said too. If we get another call, we'll go out there, but just leave them alone. They have a tendency, they stay away from people. And I did that. I also waited a full week and a half before I told anybody at my job about them and showed them the video you're about to see. Because the last thing I wanted to do was encourage anybody to go over and track that bear down. He had been so smooth in using the trees and using the gutters to stay out of sight. It is amazing to me that he got where he got. So, let me please present to you from Friday, June 17th, 2016, just after noon, the Arby's bear.
On the campaign trail. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oop, and you're listening to Here Now.